Have you lost your mind? Mouth agape, Carl stared in horror as Jax turned the knob on the dressing room door. You don't know what she wants. True. After so long, Jax couldn't begin to guess. But if I'm right about who she is, I'm 90% certain she means me no harm. And the other 10%? Now and then, you have to take a chance. Besides, Jax chuckled, you're only one scream away. A whole lot of bad can happen in a heartbeat. Then I'm safe. Everyone knows I don't have a heart. I hope everyone's wrong. The voice was unmistakable, husky, with a hint of Mississippi twang she couldn't shake no matter how hard she tried. Slowly, sending a look of reassurance toward Carl, he shut the door and turned. Hello, Joplin. You aren't surprised to see me? He was, very surprised. Though of all the people Jax left behind, he and Joplin shared the least baggage. After Rocco's description of a friend from the old days, persuasive and angel-haired, had to be you. Please don't fire him. Still a barracuda with velvet claws. Jack shook his head. Good to know some things never change. Joplin Ashford had changed, he realized, as he took the time to study her, at least on the outside. Casually dressed in a dark green satin bomber jacket, the exact color of her eyes, and a pair of lived-in jeans tucked neatly into knee-high black leather boots, she would have easily blended in with the other concert-goers, except for one unique accessory, a gloss of sophistication she'd acquired since the last time they saw each other. What happened to the gangly college student, desperate to make good? I made good, Joplin shrugged, tilting her head to one side. Everyone evolves, I hope. Don't look at me. Still the same son of a bitch I always was. I'll take your word. Joplin's gaze narrowed. You look good, handsome, fit. Still the bluest eyes I've ever seen. Jax was a modern-day rock star. No drug-fueled sex orgies, no smoking. He exercised, ate right. He planned to be around long past the once dreaded age of 30. What do you think about the beard? He asked, giving the long dark hair a tug. Different. Joplin always had a knack for diplomacy. What do your fans think? Fuck if I care. Jax grew the beard on a whim. Great thing about life as a solo artist. When, if, he shaved, the decision would be his, no one else's. Moving to a makeshift bar, he eased the cork from a bottle of Kentucky tequila. Can I pour you one? Sure. You are full of surprises. The Joplin he knew never drank anything harder than Diet Sprite. Gave up the teetotaler life? She accepted the glass with a nod. In moderation. Moderation plus rock and roll equals death. Jax tossed back a swig of the smooth amber liquid. Good girl like you never should have hooked up with Razor's Edge. We were riddled with vices. Sometimes I wonder how we lasted as long as we did. Of course, some were more responsible for the group's downfall than others. You mean Kane? Who else? Jax waited for Joplin to defend the man she'd always championed to a fault. When she sipped her drink without comment, he wondered if she'd finally seen the light or simply learned to keep her thoughts about his former bandmate, former writing partner and best friend, to herself. I'm not here to dredge up the past. The subject was bound to come up. Jax slumped onto a small sofa. Maybe I'm in the mood to walk down memory lane. I don't have the time or inclination to... With a sigh, Joplin took the chair opposite Jax, slamming her drink onto a nearby table. The sound of glass hitting wood echoed through the small room. Fine. Mind if I start? Beauty before age. Too bad time hasn't taken some wind out of your overblown ego. Meaning? Jax asked, raising one eyebrow. 5 years ago, you put the blame for the breakup of Razor's Edge on everyone but yourself. Nothing's changed. Kane walked away, not me. Jax took another drink of tequila, ironically his ex-best friend's favorite, and smiled. Or should I say, he staggered away. Joplin's jaw tightened, but she let his not-so-subtle jab pass. We both know he would have returned. Do we? You handled our public relations, smoothed a lot of bumps, but you couldn't handle Kane because you didn't know him. Not really.